Right. Well, John, any other final closing thoughts for the group?
Well, at our conference, we have an annual conference, and this year it was in Phoenix, which is where I saw Cameron. We had a speaker named Dan Thurman, who is one of the most inspirational individuals I've ever had at a conference. And he came in doing, a flip, a flip, a flip, and landed on the stage. Okay, great show. Love it. Then he had a plastic podium that he was speaking from, and he did a handstand on top of it. Okay. And his messages are with practice and focus, you can achieve anything. That's great. He calls up someone from the floor, and it actually turned out to be the woman who was my coach that brought me to Entrepreneur Source. And he says, I'm good, Cindy, I'm going to ask you to do some things. But first, let me talk to the audience and say, I'm a juggler, and he started juggling 2 balls and then 3 balls and then 4 balls. And he was talking about being a successful juggler is being able to understand the pattern and repeat it and this and that. And then he teaches her how to do it. And she's never juggled before. And she's finally juggling 3 balls with him because it's all about timing, right? And he stops that. And then he pulls out 3 axes. And he's daring her. And she politely declines. And that's great because no one wants to see Cindy cut herself. But then Dan Thurman is juggling 3 axes using the exact same methodology that he taught her. But what is incredible about it is that there's nothing more powerful than emotion. There's nothing more powerful than focused emotion. And what was critical for his presentation was inspiring to all of us because we now number about 260 coaches, and we all have our own varying degrees of success in reaching people. But all of us are united by the joy we get of having helped somebody open a door. And whether or not they actually buy a franchise, they at least took the time to understand what goals and what's important to them. And that's really an opportunity. None of you are under any pressure to buy anything, but you are under pressure to just keep an open mind if you reach out to me.
Very well said, John. That axe thing, just the visual is so terrifying.
Absolutely. And one of them was a scimitar, one of them was a short handle, but the other one was a long handle. And God bless him. And so, I'll post it in the chat or something. Dan Thurman has a great book, and he's one of these inspirational speakers. And I don't want to ever be in a dark corner with him. I don't know
No,
what he'll make me do.
honestly, I'm like, he just has axes ready to go for a keynote speech. Like, what else has he got?
He had colored balls, the juggle balls, and he had the lights go out. So you were following the trails of the orange and the blue and the yellow.
So it's kind of
Great.
mesmerizing, honestly. So funny.
Whatever. But anyway, life is interesting always, right?
Exactly. It always is.